Alright, welcome back to Schedule 1. There's not much to do today, and really not much to do for the next few videos. But honestly, I might be able to leapfrog quite far into this game today. I will just be playing for the most part on my own off camera. Maybe include a speed up here and there of my gameplay. But there's not much to highlight. I'm just going to be running the bungalow, running the barn as well, making money, and probably going to buy taco ticklers or something off cam. Just another laundering business so I can turn more cash into card money more efficiently, stuff like that. But yeah, as for Strawberry Bud, I'm going to continue selling it for now because it is working pretty well. I think at some point I might just delist it and let my dealers deal with it. But for now, it is being sold by me and it's pretty good. But yeah, anyways, probably just gonna... I just realized something. I don't need to pay them because I do not need the bungalow right now. Just gonna leave it for the time being. But yeah, I'm just going to be playing off camera for a bit, making deals, you know, the classic stuff, because there's not many things to do, not many things that are affected by my input right now. And I will see you in a second, or maybe a minute or so. I don't know, maybe I'll put a really long speed up. I doubt it. But regardless, I'll see you in a bit once we've made some progress and something significant is worth highlighting. Okay, so not much money has been gained, to be honest, but there is a big event today. It is a new week, meaning more weekly deposit, and this means I'm going to go collect my dealer's money, or at least one of the dealer's money, because they have made quite a bit of money. I've just given them Granddaddy Purple for now, because it is the most sustainable thing to do right now, and they make a lot of money doing this. Gonna collect from Brad Crosby here. He has the least amount of money, and I'm the most comfortable with collecting from him, because I just want to let these guys keep selling. You know, they do their thing. But Brad, $12,000 will bring me up to about 15K. I'll deposit 10K of that. It will go straight into the card. I will have 16K on the card, and I'll save up a bit more money. I think the laundered money should come in later tonight, so I'll cut to then. Or actually, because I won't be able to buy the property tonight, I'll see you in the morning once I collect this money from Brad Crosby and put it into the ATM. Because I want to buy the car wash. Taco Ticklers is a little too expensive for me right now. The car wash should be like, what, $6,000 laundered. I'll be able to launder about $10,000 daily, which is perfect for what I need to do. And considering the fact that I have $60,000 in cash just sat around with the dealers, it's perfect. I can like launder a bunch of money in one night, then come back the next day and just like finish some setups, have everything like running properly, and it'll be happy days. But the ultimate objective of today, there isn't really one. I'm just trying to launder as much money as I can, and I guess finish off the barn setup that I have made. You know, hire the last two chemists, purchase the things, and then just hopefully watch the machine work and do its thing, and not have to worry about anything, and then just grind out money, maybe off cam or something, until I'm comfortable enough where I think I can make a Coke setup to, you know, get started and get running, and hopefully it is all smooth. And from that point, there's not much left in this game. Obviously, the cartel is in beta, and I could switch over to that. I think at least I could switch my save over to that. But aside from that, really all I want to do on this save specifically is get 10 million net worth, which seems a far way off. I think I'm sat at like 300K right now. Really just making my way towards $1 million in net worth, which is also calculated by the product that you have, so it's not that bad. So getting into Coke would be perfect. And eventually, I think I'm just going to stop entirely selling anything in this game and just sat AFK, letting my dealers sell everything, giving them the high like spenders and stuff, because at some point I just won't really care enough to sell myself. And I'm sure it like is worth it, especially because more levels means more money from potential deals and stuff like that. But I think at some point I just won't care enough, and I'll just let the dealers do their thing for a couple days. One last thing I probably could do is a gambling section. Maybe not for this video, but I do want to hit up the casino, maybe hit some slot machines, play some like blackjack or whatever that one is. That could be fun for like a cool little 10-minute section where I just gamble away like 10K or whatever I feel like setting aside. But anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. I'm just going to cut to the next morning when enough money is laundered, and I am buying the car wash to hopefully make everything so much more smooth and beautiful and, you know, all the good adjectives that I could give it. So I'll see you in a second when that's happening. All right, it's now morning and I'm heading over to the real estate place to buy myself the car wash, which is $20,000. We've got that on the card. Let's buy ourselves a business, the car wash for 20K. Thank you, sir. And let's walk over to it. I think it's somewhere in this direction. It's around here somewhere. I've also owned it on co-op, but I never really found it. It's kind of a hard one to find, in my opinion. Although it's probably on the map. Let's have a check. So there's storage unit, motel room, Shirley Watts stash. Oh no, this is the car wash right here. Oh, okay. So it's like the auto shop. It's right next to the auto shop. Interesting. So this is the car wash, and having a look at how much is launderable, it is in fact 6,000. So now we can launder a maximum of $12,000 a day. So that's great. We can now launder per day more money than we can deposit in a week, which is exactly what we need. Obviously, it's not instant, which is a bit of a shame, but with that much money, not really complaining. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to collect the dealer's money, the rest of them. So Jane Lucero, Molly, and Benji, who have all basically ran out of Granddaddy Purple anyways. So probably just going to take all of their Granddaddy Purple and give it to Brad so he can sell it, get enough money, and maybe I give them more product, maybe I don't. We'll see where we sit with that. But for now, I'm going to go collect their money and start laundering it tonight. And the next time you see me, I'll be finishing up the barn, and that'll probably be the end of the video. Finishing up the barn. It'll be nice. It'll be fancy, sort of. I won't launder all the money because I do need cash for the barn setup. You know, it's not all card, but a lot of what costs me money in this game is the resupplies, and the barn resupplies are very pricey. So with that in mind, I will see you in a second when I have laundered all the money, or not all of it, but a lot of the money, and am ready to finally expand the barn to its full potential. All right, I have returned, and I have laundered about $70,000 onto my card, and have left myself with $22,000. Now, obviously, I think I should have purchased some of the things last night, but I can always just do editing magic, aka just sit here on my own for like 10 minutes and then cut to nighttime when I can actually buy everything else. But whilst I'm here, I can pay my employees, make some, or really just schedule some deliveries in advance for the barn as well, because that does cost quite a lot of money. Apparently, I'm supposed to order 120 high quality pseudo for the full setup, which is crazy. I think that costs like $25,000 to resupply, which is just badonkers. I cannot believe that. But yeah, it's an expensive business. But once you buy that 25K, I mean, you just like wait it out, right? You just work with that product for a while. Like right now I have like 20 bricks, I think, in here. Yeah, 31 bricks in total. And everyone's just not working because they're not paid. Didn't really have the cash before, but now I do. So let's pay everyone a bit of cash here. Let them do their jobs. And it should be good. Anyways, in other news, I should also restart the bungalow setup. Let me make this delivery order really quickly for Shirley Watts. Yeah, so 120 pseudo is... Oh, actually, it's not that bad. It's only $13,000. I thought it was a lot crazier than that. And I believe it is 80 of both phosphorus and acid to the barn as well. So, and they both get their own loading docks, I think so. Loading dock 1. And then I think I can do that. Loading dock 2. And boom. There we go. So while that's arriving, I'm just waiting for it to hit 6 p.m. Gonna also make a quick order to good old Albert Hoover to the bungalow. This is only 4,000, very cheap to me. And then gonna also order some fertilizer to there and some long life soil, or extra long life soil, in fact. That will run me another $6,000, but that's fine. I'm just spending money. And then I'll also order some extra mixing ingredients for the storage unit. This is very cheap. It's like $3,200 for both orders, which is fine. I make that back in one night. But there we go. I've delisted all my product for now, just so that they don't bother me. It's not like I'm not like selling at all, just waiting for the right moment to sell again. Really quickly, I'm going to run a clear trash command here. I don't think there's any trash anywhere, but you know, just got to be safe, I guess. But yeah, $34,000 left on the card. I've made some big orders. And now, what the hell happened here? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, but now I guess it's just time to wait for 6 p.m. to head into the warehouse. So I will see you in just a second when it is 6 p.m. The warehouse is open and I'm ready to go inside and buy everything I need. All right, 6 p.m. and it is time to order our two last chemists to the barn. So let me quickly do that. All right, got the two chemists and now to buy the stations. So I just need 4 lab ovens and 4 chemistry stations. So that will run me $8,000 in total. Just enough money left in cash to do that. Plus I can pay both my chemists $1,000, the new ones at least. And now it's time to head back and sort everything out. I do have to sort that last handler's routes out as well, but it's pretty simple. I mean, it's just doing both shelves to the chemistry stations for the back 4. So yeah. So now that we're here, let's find our newest chemists. It's not any of these guys, but I guess first I should place down their stations so that they can actually do stuff. So there we go. There's those. I do have to set the recipe for these as well. Pretty annoying, but you got to do it. It's how you make money. And in just a couple of minutes, this setup will finally be complete and it'll be perfect. So there we go for them. Let's find our latest chemists. Here we go. So you can be assigned to this locker and you will be assigned these 4 stations. There we go. And then let's find our other new chemist, which is this one. You will be assigned the opposite locker and the opposite stations. And now I just have to set every single one of these chemistry stations, or actually not every single one, because that's wrong. Just one at a time to corresponding oven. Bit annoying, but again, you got to do it. Set all the ovens to liquid meth. Then I have to set up the filters really quickly. Okay, there we go with all of the things. And then these 4 lab ovens all head to this shelf. And then got to just set this last handler's routes, his other 4 routes. So let me remove this safe one because that should be the last route apparently, according to the guide. But left station, or rather left storage rack to the left stations. Same thing on the other side, right station to the 2 right stations. I just said the same thing again, and I'm not going to correct myself because it doesn't matter. Anyways, there we go. All the routes are set. Everyone is paid, or not yet, but everyone should be paid in just a second. So now everyone is paid, ready to work. We're going to get it started. Both deliveries are here. I'm not going to help out with it because I can just let it run. Speaking of letting it run, that is exactly what I'm going to do for a couple of days in game. I might come back a millionaire next time you see me. Probably not. But what I most definitely am going to do is I'm just going to let all these different places run, do their thing. I'm going to go set up the bungalow again so that it starts running. Going to make some money. You know, obviously I've got the dealers making money out there. Not right now. Got to give them more product. In fact, I have quite a bit of gorilla cheese just sitting around that I can probably give them. But for now, I'm just going to let this run. Going to let the bungalow run. Going to like streamline it. Well, not streamline it, but like monitor it. Do everything I need to do for it. And yeah, once I feel like I'm at a comfortable spot to probably set up, or rather just buy the warehouse and set up a cool like little Coke setup, that'll probably be the next video you see me in regarding Schedule 1. So do expect a big like time skip, I guess. And that might be one of the last meaningful videos I make. Maybe I'll do a bit of gambling in that video as well, just for fun. But yeah, it might be the last meaningful video I do for Schedule 1 in general. Not because I don't really enjoy this game anymore, but because I'm running out of meaningful things to do. Right after I set that up and get that running and going and appreciating its beauty, thanks to Big Willie, there won't be much for me to do in this game aside from just sit around, make deals day in, day out, and make money. It's a bit sad, to be honest. You know, I'd love to just keep making stuff, making new setups, but I've kind of streamlined this to the point where I don't really need to do that, especially once I finish that Coke setup. That Coke setup will probably be my biggest moneymaker. The bungalow's the easiest moneymaker, but the Coke will probably make me so much money, and it'll be very nice. But yeah, with that said, expect quite a time skip my next video, and that is the end of this video. So thank you for watching as always. If you did enjoy, check out some of my other Schedule 1 videos if you haven't already. There's no real order to these videos. You can watch whichever one you want, whenever you want. But like Rags to Riches is pretty cool, so maybe watch it from the beginning. Either way, whether you do or don't, doesn't matter. You still watch this video. That's enough for me. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.